Hello, everybody, and hello, Sparks fans. Welcome back to my weird and wonderful world and our Sparkstacular Sparkstember. And yeah, we're going to be going through what I've rated so far. The first 13 albums of Sparks. This is the halfway part, and I thought it would be a nice opportunity to sum everything up and let you know where I stand with everything and explain a little bit of my scoring system and why certain things got a little higher than others. Although they're pretty closely scored, they're in the end, I'm still going to give my personal feelings of which one I like a little bit better, even beyond the numbers and beyond the. But you'll see as I get there. So just to refresh everybody's memory, that's what we have so far. Those are the numbers and scores and everything. I got everything written down. It's not incorrect in the correct order. I can probably do it in the correct order. So, starting with that, half Nelson. So you can see all the scores too, I guess. So there's half Nelson. There's that score. A Wolfer and Tweeter's closing. There's that score. Kimono My House. There's that score. Propaganda. My favorite. Definitely. All those tens out of tens. Um, is that no? Next, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. So, be on track. There's indiscreet. And I want to make sure I'm doing this in order. There's big beat. Introducing Sparks. Um, number one in heaven. I'm pretty sure I'm in order here, right? Yeah. Okay. Terminal Jive. It's Terminal Jive. No, it's not in order, but it doesn't matter. Womp that sucker. Here's the score. Angst in my pants. Which is awesome. In outer space. And then I'm pulling rabbits out of a hat. Yeah. And those are the scores. So how did they rate? I have it written down with the best on the top and the least best on at number 13. So number one is propaganda. Propaganda. You know it's propaganda. I'm just gonna let it go now. But let's go down to 13 first. And and at number 13, of course, you guys know what's going to be there. Terminal Drive. That that may be at the bottom. Well, it depends on the next album. I heard the next album has a terrible, terrible song on it, and I actually listened to that one terrible song that everybody doesn't seem to like. I mean, I kind of get what Ron Russell was doing. My roommate had listened to it with me too, and he said it was that we're not getting it properly. It's a parody song that they're doing that it should be we should be looking at it comedically, but it's on such a serious album. Well, it looks serious, the music that you can dance to, that is. So we'll see how interesting that score gets to when we get to that tomorrow. That's tomorrow. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, I'm going to be listening to that a little bit later tonight. Yeah, for the first time. I don't think I heard that yet. It didn't sound familiar to me at all. So yeah, at number 13, Terminal Drive. I'm just going to run through them so then we can analyze it a little bit. At number 12, Introducing Sparks. 11, Indiscreet. And number 10, Pulling Rabbits Out of a Hat. Number 9, A Woofer and Tweeter's Closing. Number 8, Half Nelson. Number 7, Big Beat. Number 6, In Outer Space. Number 5, Womp That Sucker. Number 4, Kimono My House. Number three, number one in heaven. Number two, angst in my pants, and of course, propaganda. Number one. It's propaganda for sure. But there's the scores, okay? And take a look at the score, and you'll see there's going to be a couple weird little discrepancies, but that doesn't matter. Of course, you see propaganda and angst in my pants. Not only do they have the higher scores, they also have the more 10 out of 10s. So 7 and 6 being the like over. I mean, the third highest would be in outer space having three, but with an overall score of a nine, being a straight nine, yeah, that's why that's in sixth place for sure. Womp that sucker and kimono and yeah, those top, yeah, especially those top five. I really do like those top five, but weird how in outer space actually beat Big Beat. I didn't like Big Beat as much as I should have. Like and again that score, any of these scores are subject to change the next time I do this. So we'll see in a year from now, once I'm more comfortable with all these songs and all these albums, how that score is going to change. I'm sure Big Beat's going to go up more. I'm sure Half Nelson's going to go up. I'm sure Wolfer and Tweeter's Closing is going to go up, and so on and so forth. I'm sure most of these scores will go up above 8 eventually once I get more used to those albums. But you see how indiscreet and introducing, right? Although they both each have one 10 out of 10 each, they're both pretty close. Into although introducing Sparks has a tiny bit of a higher score than Indiscreet, I did enjoy Indiscreet a little bit more, simply for those particular songs of looks and Pineapple, for example. I mean, those two in particular really stand out to me as being my kind of like yeah, if I try to think of what's on Indiscreet right now that I remember, I see I can't think of it. So I mean not Indiscreet, but Introducing Sparks. I'm trying to think of what's on. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to think of what's on Introducing Sparks because Indiscreet, yeah, with Pineapple and Looks, but Introducing Sparks, what I can't think of anything offhand. Like my memory's going to blank of what's good on that at the moment. Even though I know there's one good song on it. Oh, what was that song? I have to look. Darn me, I gotta look now. Good thing I have them all written down. So what was that on? Yeah, what was the 10 out of 10? And we're introducing. Yeah, it's. Oop, I passed that. Introducing occupation. Of course, yes, occupation. That's what got the. See, all the rest of it, I couldn't even think of any of those. I didn't even remember that those mysteries were on there. Yeah, yeah. So, occupation, we got the 10 out of 10, of course, because it's such a great song. But again, I couldn't think of that. I could think of the songs that was on Indiscreet, but I couldn't think of any songs that were on Introducing. So that's why Indiscreet got a little bit higher on the score there. Just saying, just saying. But I need a lot of these. I have played quite a bit already, and I love them. But some of these I do need to listen to more. I do need to listen to for sure in outer space. Well, the ones I don't have, that's what I need to listen to next. So there's my scoring. So again, take a look at that so you can. Of course, you can always pause it and look at it. So what do I have left to score? These are the ones I have, and then of course there's the ones I don't have. I know the next one is going to will be um, the music you can dance to. Then after that, I think is interior design, and then it's going to. I think then after that is that, and then I think after that it will be plagiarism, and then there's that, and then there's that, and then that. I should be naming them. So yeah, I got gratuitous sax and senseless violence, balls. Exotic Creatures of the Deep, and Hello Young Lovers. I am totally counting that in it. So FFS is going to be scored too. Hippopotamus, of course, a steady drip, 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 and the girl is crying in her latte. These are the Some of these are the ones that I'm looking forward. There's going to be I'm telling you there is going to be a few songs that are going to get that might be getting a low score. Um, yeah, we'll see how low a score goes tomorrow on the next one. But so so far in my journey of the first half of the discography, yeah, I find the stuff from the 80s a little bit not as satisfying to listen to. Is not as Yeah, it's not as cool as some of the rock and stuff. I mean, let's go, let's go back to that again. Just yeah, those those top fives, top six, especially the top five. I mean, again, the outlier being number one in heaven. That's not that necessarily a rockin' album, but it does rock. Think about it. I mean, it's the most rockin' disco I've ever heard. I mean, you don't hear any guitar. There's no solo. It's all really cool sound stuff in that. But I would consider that a near masterpiece. You know, um, I mean, for me, propaganda is a masterpiece in my respect. Now that I've really like lived with it, and the more I hear it, yeah, it just yeah. So I don't know. There's not much more to say for that. I just kind of looking forward into getting into the rest of them, and I just basically wanted to share this with you and let you know that that's my rating system, and that I mean even though Half Nelson, a Wolfer and Tweeter Closing, and Pulling Rabbits Out of the Hat are all pretty even there. Well, they're I mean exactly even. That was the order I chose because I do enjoy Half Nelson the most, and then it would be a Tweeter, a Wolfer and Tweeter's Closing, and then it would be Pulling Rabbits Out of the Hat. I mean, yay for the first two albums that they get hot that they go higher than something that's later, because that era I do like that era, the early seven like all that 70s stuff, everything from the 70s is fantastic. But they started the 80s off on a rocky foot, and they were stumbling, and they stumbled pretty much ever since. That's my Well, not ever since. They do redeem themselves eventually on a few of these next albums coming up. I don't want any misunderstandings there. That they do make up for it definitely, and I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait to rate them. Okay, I'm just gonna stop now. I don't want this to be too long before I start babbling. This is my third take I did so far, I think, because I just wasn't satisfied with where things were going the first couple of times. And you guys mean a lot to me, and I want to make sure everything is perfect. And I'm sorry, Ron, you're not getting shown very much down there. So here's Ron saying hello. Who's choking me? I think that's probably his own hand there. Because of the way it's edited out there, that's probably his hand, but he make it look like it's somebody else. And why are you looking so sinister? Look at Russell there looking so sinister and trying to yeah, it's fun. I love this band, and last thing before I go, I think I might have to reconsider something. Now I have said before, and for the longest time, that Belle and Sebastian would be I would consider them my deserted island band. If I can only bring one band to play whether there's their old stuff or any of their future stuff, it would be their entire collection of everything they have, everything. For the longest time, I would say Belle and Sebastian, but I might have to change that. I think in after like several years of it being Bell and Sebastian, I might have to say Sparks could be that deserted island band now. because of the sheer variety. If not a close second, maybe with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Because if I could choose two bands to bring, yeah, it'd probably be King Gizzard and not Tool. You would say Tool, your favorite band? I've lived with Tool, and but to not hear any new albums that they come out with, it would be, yeah, that would be a bone of contention, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm I've been craving certain melodies and certain type of flavors lately that Tool, that as much as I love Tool and it will always be my number one love, I have room for other greatness. I mean, look at these old guys. They're so old there, but still, they're still at top of their game. All right, I'm done. Okay. I love you all, everybody. If you consider subscribing to my channel, I will greatly appreciate it and love you forever. And please comment and like, and if you can, share this video with friends, with other Sparks fans who would appreciate this stuff. And as always, please be safe. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.